Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Professor David J. Las Reyes. What I will be discussing tonight will be the assembly of a complete EMF receiver. This is the EMF receiver. Next to it, the next module to it is actually the preamplifier. This is the preamplifier. And the main amplifier is actually this one here. It comprises of these two uh, big amplifiers. It is of the so-called STK brand, STK. Okay, so this is the EMFM module. Oh, this is now a module. This is the preamplifier. This preamplifier is actually, I assembled it myself during the time that I am having my electronic shop in Carson, California, many years ago. And this one here, it's a module, it's a high power amplifier. So for this one to operate, we must have to have a voltage source. The voltage source of this main amplifier, which is of the brand STK, is actually 12 volts. The preamplifier which I assembled it myself, the power supply is also 12 volts. But unluckily, the EMFM module, the power supply of this one is actually 5 volts. So for us to simplify the power supply of this, actually this is the power supply. The one that will be coming in here is 12 volts. So this 12 volts here will go directly to the main amplifier, and so with the preamp. Okay. The voltage that will be used for the EMF module is not 12 volts. So we must have to make a connection such that the voltage input for this AM/FM receiver will become 5 volts. So what I use, guys, is that I use a 5 volt regulator here. This is a 5 volt regulator. I will be taking the input of this one coming from this. I will insert it on the input terminal, and the output terminal will go out, and this output terminal will power up this AM/FM receiver. So the input for this 5 volt is 12 volts. The output will be 5 volts. Okay, so we could now operate this whole system here just using a 12 volt. But for the power supply of the AM/FM receiver, we must have to use a 5 volt regulator. And the input of that 5 volt regulator is coming on from this. So we are just using two terminals. The input voltage is actually 12 volts. This is the negative terminal. This is no positive. This is the negative terminal. So I will be inserting it here. So actually we simplify the power supply of this one. That 12 volt goes to this one directly. That 12 volt goes to this preamp directly. But the power supply of the AM/FM portion will be 5 volts, and we converted that 12 volts by using 5 volt regulator. The input to the 5 volt regulator is 12 volts, the one being used by these two here, and the output will be 5 volts. So we could power up this one now without destroying the parts, because if we apply 12 volts, some components will be destroyed. So we must have to follow the voltage specification of the AM/FM module. It's 5 volts. So if I will try to power up this module here, we got two LEDs here. The first LED refers to the 5 volt supply, and the second LED refers to the 12 volt and 12 volt. Okay, I will try to put the volume on the 0 so we can see. Okay, I will try to power up. Okay, so this first LED refers to the 5 volt supply of this one here, and the second LED is actually the power supply of the preamp and the main amplifier. Actually, so first LED is 5 volts, second LED is 12 volts, the one being used by the preamp and the main amplifier. So I installed two speakers here. I make the connections at the back. So these are the connections now. So see how complicated it is. Okay, so the 12 volt will power up the amplifier and the preamp. The connections are all here. Okay, and the output of the main amplifier is actually this one here. It came from this terminal here and this terminal. I soldered this one a while ago. I hardwired it, so the connection is done already. So this is fastened with the screw. Okay, so it will not toggle while we are using it. It's very neat connection. Okay, this is how we work in electronics. So the power supply that goes in is already done. Okay, the connection to the speakers coming from the main amplifier is done. So that's the connection at the back. So I will try to push this one in front. So it seems I have here a complete receiver here. Okay, this is the AM/FM module. The power supply is 5 volts. Okay, indicated by the first LED. The power supply of the preamp and the main amplifier is 12 volts. It is indicated by the second LED here. I put the volume to 0, so when I try to power up, okay, I would like to show you the power supply that I'm using here. I'm using the 12 volt regulator at the back. Okay, I will show you. The voltage is around 13.2. 13.2, when this complete circuit draws current, it will go down to around 12 volts. Okay, so 13.2 is just good enough. But actually, I could put this one on to 12 volts. That's 12 volts already. But I want to increase this one a little bit because we are powering up an amplifier and it needs more current for it to operate without any buzzing sound. Okay. Okay. So that's it. So the only missing thing here now is for us to operate this one. I put the volume to minimum.
A solo $99.99. Eso es más del 80% de descuento. Entra en shopify.com. Es el momento perfecto para conseguir. Sin gastar más. Oferta por tiempo limitado. Visita shopunivision.com ahora mismo y llévate la tuya.
Los mejores precios y servicio con especialistas profesionales y los estándares más altos de limpieza y esterilización los encontrarás en Santo Tomás Dental Group. 1-800-400-8354. Publicidad conjunta pagada por abogados. David F. McCabe, licenciado en California, responsable del anuncio, y otros se encuentran en losdefensores.com de patrocinadores. Dramatización, incluyendo actores pagados.
That's it, guys. So that's the way how I assembled this one, and I presented the output. Okay, so it works good. One more time, let's see if it's not the music.
Orgullosamente parte de la familia Trophy Auto Group, siempre cerca de ti como familia. Visítanos hoy y maneja tu Kia nuevo.
Good evening from Los Angeles. This is Professor David J. De Los Reyes. What I have shown you is a complete receiver with 2 speakers, AM/FM module, preamp. This is the main amplifier. The first indicator is the 5-volt LED light. The second indicator is the 12-volt LED light. The main amplifier is 12 volts, the preamp is 12 volts, and the AM/FM module is actually 5 volts. Okay? Good evening from Los Angeles. Professor David J. De Los Reyes.